Hello, my future respiratory therapists. I'm Dr. Curtis Allmiller, Program Director for the Respiratory Therapy Program, and I want to welcome you to your Respiratory 100 class, Introduction to Respiratory Care. In the following videos, we're going to discuss some of the ways to be successful, not only in our program, but also in any healthcare program in which you might enroll. You might find out that respiratory is not for you, and that's okay. But we're going to teach you how to be successful. I'm going to focus primarily on how to be successful in the respiratory program. As always, if you have any questions, please list them in the D2L shell under Questions for Instructor. So as I said, I am Dr. Curtis Allmiller. I do have a PhD in Public Policy and Administration of Health Services. I am a registered respiratory therapist, adult critical care specialist. I'm a registered respiratory therapist, neonatal pediatric specialist, and I am a registered pulmonary function technologist. I am credentialed in all areas of respiratory therapy except for sleep. You'll see my email listed there. If you need to reach me, please do not hesitate to send me an email. So one of the biggest things to being successful in the program is communication, both written and verbal communication. You are going to be working with people, and you are going to have to be able to communicate with them, both written and verbally. So you may find that we will correct some of your grammar, spelling, those types of things, because my job is to teach you how to be a respiratory therapist, but also how to be a healthcare professional. You can know all of the respiratory therapy in the world, but if you cannot speak or write intelligently, people are going to think you're dumb. You don't want to prove them right. So we are going to work on those skills while you're in the program. This all starts with email. When you email me, all email will come through your Hawkmail. When I email you, it will come to your Hawkmail. Now you may find that if you email me something from your Yahoo account, I will respond to that Yahoo account email. But if I am generating an email that goes out to the class, it will go to your Hawkmail. You need to check your email at least once a day in this class and while you're in the respiratory program, because it is our primary method for communicating with you. Send and receive emails through your Hawkmail, and you want to make sure that you're able to then look at, did it actually send? Sometimes I get students who say, oh, well, I sent this to you, and then they go back and they're like, it's in my draft folder, so I don't know why it didn't send. If you are replying to an email that I have sent you, please include the previous transmission. I get about 75 emails a day from people. Most people do not put their name in it. So when you are sending an email or replying to an email, you might want to set up a signature that should include your name and your HAC ID number. That should be on any correspondence you send to me. But if I send you an email with a question and you respond and say, okay, I don't know what we're talking about because I've read 150 emails since then, so I may not remember exactly what we're discussing. So you want to make sure that you include all the previous transmissions so that there is a thread that we can go back and we can reference. Please spell check. As I said, communication is very important. So please spell check your emails before you send them to me. You can put them in a Word document and then copy and paste it into an email. Make sure that you're using appropriate written communication skills like capital letters, punctuation, those types of skills. This will again help you to become a better professional. And I always recommend that students create a folder for their Respiratory 100 course and for any respiratory course. You may just want to put it as respiratory. When you send an email to me, you should copy yourself and then save that email in this folder. Because if your email gets lost in cyber world somewhere, and I say to you, you did not respond within the time frame, you have a copy of it. You can always go back and forward that to me because it is dated and timed and say, yes, I did, here's the email. But if you don't have that proof, then you have nothing to send to me. If you need to make an appointment with me, you want to make sure that you come and see me by appointment. You can't just necessarily drop in and expect that I'm available. I am teaching, and I am also the administrator for the program, so I'm also running the program. So my days can be kind of busy. So in order for me to give you the attention that you need and to address whatever the issue is, you want to make an appointment. At the bottom of my signature on my email, there is a link. And you can click on that link and it will take you into my availability and you can schedule an appointment with me at that time. Don't procrastinate to come and see me. If you're struggling with something, I get students who wait till the last minute and then they come to me and say, well, I'm not doing well in the class. I know you're not doing well in the class. I can see your grades. So get in to see me as soon as possible. If something has come up and it is an emergency, you can stop by my office and you can declare that it is an emergency that you see me. I will then do my best to try and squeeze you in and be able to address whatever situation you have. You will be talking to my administrative assistant. Please be respectful to that person, and they are my liaison between you and me when I'm in the office. Attendance in the program is very, very important. You always want to read your syllabus and objectives carefully in any course to see what is the attendance policy. Because sometimes if you are missing, you will lose points off of your grade. So our clinical attendance policy, if you miss a day, you get 5% off of your final grade. So attendance is extremely important and expected throughout the program. Now this is an online class, so this doesn't apply as much, but tardiness is not acceptable. That is also spelled out in your syllabus. So if you are late to class or late to clinical, then that can count against you. So how can we be successful in the respiratory program? Well, the first part is you need to study for success. This is a difficult program, and I'm going to be perfectly upfront with you. This program is a little more difficult than nursing. And the reason is we have to be able to take care of all types of patients, from the newborn up through the elderly. We have to manage all of their breathing issues. We have to be able to use all of the modalities. We have to do all of the equipment. Okay? So our program is a little bit more stressful and intense. So don't think that you can just get away with breezing through your notes. You need to study in order to be successful in this program. You need a study group. No one gets through this program by themselves. So your study group should not be larger than 5 people. I don't care if it's a virtual study group or it can be an in-person study group, but you need to do this. I'm going to tell you that I get students who come in to see me in their first semester after Respiratory 100, and they're not doing well. And the first thing I say to them is, are you taking notes? Are you reading your notes? Well, I'm like, okay, it's a yes or a no answer. Do you have a study group? Well, it's a yes or a no answer. And I say to them, I covered this in Respiratory 100. I told you how to be successful in the program. All I can do is provide you the tools. If you don't do them, then there's nothing I can do for you. These are the things that work. I've spoken to many, many graduates and have asked them what works, what doesn't work. Okay? One of the biggest things is what we call studying smart. You should read your notes every single day. Not try to memorize them, not to be really intensely involved in the studying. Just read them every day. By sheer repetition, by the time you get to the end of the semester, you will be able to close your eyes and see those notes and see exactly the words and what you have written in the margins and be able to say, oh yeah, it says this. The thing that you really need to cram for or maybe study more intensely are things that are closer to the exam time. Again, I talk to students all the time that are not doing well, and I say, have you read your notes every day? Well, again, yes or no question. So I'm telling you how to be successful. If you want to be a respiratory therapist, this is how you are going to be able to be successful. If you have questions, if you struggle with this, whatever, please make an appointment to come and see me. I would love to talk to you about it. And we can, there's certain little nuances for some people that work well for them. That's great. But these 4 points are really at the core of being a successful respiratory therapist. In the next video, we're going to start to talk about what are some of the class expectations and other types of things that we need in order to be successful in the program.